Picturesque Provo, Utah, LaVell Edwards Stadium. One of the great things about the early part of the season, high-profile non-conference games, and that's what we have for you on EA Sports College Football. It's the Alabama Crimson Tide and the BYU Cougars. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
One of the most beautiful backdrops in all of college sports. LaVell Edwards Stadium with the mountains shining behind it. Many say it is one of the most beautiful fields you'll ever play on. 63,000 strong, the Cougars have proven to be one of the best home crowds. Their spirit and their noise makes it a tough place to play at elevation.
Thank you. BYU about to kick it off as we get this game started. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Pace is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep, good coverage.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking for room, it's Hill. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And after they mark off the yardage for the personal foul penalty, it's 1st and 10 for this offense. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Shows him the stiff arm. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
Yeah, great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offensive line and skill and all over the place, but so many great backs that you can name off the top of your head that played at Alabama, that ran it with an edge, that ran it physical, that always represented that style. And you can see Alabama, they're always going to do this. They're going to establish the run.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
The give to the tailback. And he'll go down, but he delivered the business end of his stiff arm to that defender on the way.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the 1st down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another 1st down. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They'll run the option. He breaks a tackle. Finds a crease at the 20. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
This is a hard defense to run to the outside against because of their speed. You saw in that last play their ability to go sideline to sideline, win at the point of attack as they shut down that sweep play.
Yeah, and it's also hard when you get in the red because what do we do on defense? We bring in all the big bodies, so there's not a lot of space in there to run. I like getting the ball.
And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tide!
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise. On the opening drive, nice execution. They score the touchdown. That was big time.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The tackle.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. Gets the back moving. Gives it on the option. Finds a little space. Breaks into the open. They believe in this running game, and he's out across the 40 to the 43 before going out of bounds.
Defense, man, you got to go low, and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go with the legs. Take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did there.
Dumps it to the back. Grab near the marker. It's Martin. Got a lot of room to the right. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Cougars! The extra point here would tie the game.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
Here he comes from inside his own 5.
Well, that is a very disappointing kickoff return. They've got to do a better job up front blocking these guys running down the field. There was just nowhere for that return man to go.
The Alabama offense coming onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Hard running there. They needed that extra space as he bangs his way to the 14.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
Finds his man. It's Edwards. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Alabama pushing the tempo.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
Austin Mack. Grabbed behind the line. It's Edwards. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. And he was able to break one tackle, Jesse, and almost got away from another.
Man, this secondary, this defense, they better pack a lunch. When this guy has the football, you've got to get bodies to him, and you better wrap up those legs and hold on tight. This dude's hard to tackle.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Racing to the right. Touchdown, BYU. And they turn it into a defensive score. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Just one of those mistakes that can't happen as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll run this play from the pistol. Motion from the wide receiver. Now on the option. Makes him talk to the hand.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They're able to make a quick stop.
Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Throwing, Mack. Catch in the middle, it's Edwards. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, you see those tight ends catch the football, you're coming up and try to get them on the ground as fast as they can. They're such big athletes, though. You gotta pick your poison. A lot of times you try to go low, and they hurl you or put that hand down. Nice job by the tight end breaking a tackle and getting some extra yards.
Runs through a tackle. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you toss the ball to your running back to get him on the edge and try to get some space, but my goodness, there wasn't any space. He broke one tackle, but still wasn't enough. More guys coming after him really fast. They got to give him a little bit more space to do some more damage.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Looking downfield, it's Mack. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
This just looks like too much backyard football from this quarterback right now. We've already seen a pick in this game. Bad fundamentals on that last throw, throwing it off his back leg. He needs to trust his coaching. He just needs to settle himself down.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mack. Got his man. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Mack. Caught in the backfield, it's Lindsey. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this 1st down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The RPO, it's complete. Turning it on. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And that is just outstanding execution on that pass play. Great route by the receiver, good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the jets, and is gone.
And they did tack on the extra point. Entertaining 1st quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Power football with the run. That's a fumble on the play. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Oh, man, how about that? You get your 1st carry, you're so excited, trying to make a difference, trying to make a play, trying to prove yourself, and you coughed it up. That's not a good start. 1st carry to fumble it, give it to the other team.
On the move, it's Hill. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the 1st down.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Runs through the tackle. Got a little grass. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. If you're going to play Bama tough, you're going to find out really early if you can handle the running game.
They're going to check your chin. I mean, they're going to come in and they're going to give you a steady diet of it. Even when they've had great quarterback play and spread the ball out, it's still a physical principle. They're going to make you stop the run. If you can't stop it, it could be a long game.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Reads it, fires complete. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Alabama! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. That's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So the BYU offense comes out to go on the attack. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Martin. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Can't get him to the ground. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts...
Here's a little room there. Touchdown, Cougars. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
What execution by the offense. The quarterback making the right decision on the defender quickly. Get it to your running back. And how about the wide receivers and everybody else blocking in space, create an alley so the running back can do the rest and make the huge play for the touchdown.
Caught inside the 20, chance for a good return. Thought he might have had a little room for a second, but he'll be stopped at the here in the 1st half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like 2 heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Hard-nosed, determined effort to work his way up to the 35-yard line. Alabama quickly back to the line. Mack from the gun on 3rd down. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Cougar! The defense takes matters into its own hands. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play, but Defense, great job making the interception, and you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back down.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll send the back in motion. Austin Mack fires to the right. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Looking for a man. It's Bachmeier. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, BYU! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
Takes it inside his own 20. Chance for great field position here. Gets it just across the 30 to the 31-yard line, and that's where the return is stopped. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. The run inside. It's Hill. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Behind the chains now on second and long. Throwing, Mack. Fires to the big fella. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
It's way too early in the game to say this is a must score, but man, you've dug yourself an early hole, and this offense needs to capitalize. You're not getting the football after the half, so create some momentum now while you can.
And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw, it's Mack. Unloads to the wideout. That's reeled in, it's Rodgers. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
The Tide will have to call their first timeout. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on second and 10. Mack. Zings it complete to the right. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. They've got to cap this off now with a touchdown, cut into their opponent's lead.
To the air on second down. Gets it out quickly. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. Again, it's Mack. Makes the grab. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. Caught. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Alabama calls its 2nd timeout of the half. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They keep pushing forward now, back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Austin Mack. Just a little off. Incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Again, it's Mack. Into the end zone. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Bama!
Man, textbook how you end a first half. You're trailing. You need to put a drive together. Great job using all of the clock, getting the TD, and you want to talk about creating some momentum going into the half and knowing I get the football, so everything trending in the right direction.
Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Looking for a man. It's Bachmeier. Got it. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Quarterback keep. Now the pitch. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch? And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Here comes the option. Fights off the defender. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. So the first half has come to a close. We'll take a break and head over to the halftime show. That one bounds through the end zone on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that. There he goes! Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
He's out across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and execution continues to be key. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Rides the back and leaves it. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Back to throw, it's Bachmeier. Rushes on him. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
And that's really a lot of what we saw in the first half by this defense. We knew coming into the football game, man, this guy's got dynamite. Like, he's got the explosive ability to make plays, throwing the football and running. And kudos to this defense. They've been dialed in, locked in, not giving up the big plays on the ground, understanding he's a threat, and playing him like that.
Go, go. Running inside. It's Martin. Inside the 25. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. The Cougars pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work.
Here we go, ready, go!
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Finds his big tight end. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
Now the play fake. Under fire. And down he goes.
When you make a quarterback feel comfortable, man, they'll sit in that pocket, they'll go through their progressions, but when you start to hit them, they become very human, very average. They got to do a better job of keeping him upright, protecting him, so he can have a better second half than he did first.
He wants to change this route. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Quickly complete. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Offense facing first down.
Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it.
Ready? Whoa, 22. Whoa. Go. Ready, go.
Trying to keep the drive alive. He's barely going to make it back to the line of scrimmage, and he'll be stopped short on 4th down.
Man, what a job keeping your eyes on your key. It's so easy sometimes when they run those RPOs to get a little bit lost with your eyes, to come up, play the run. Nice job seeing the ball thrown. He's got his guy, makes the tackle, and gets the big 4th down stop.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hill. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Throwing Mack. Grabbed behind the line. It's Edwards. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
It is deafening in here, soaked in noise as BYU tries to get a stop on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And that's just what this defense needed. They needed to get a stop here in the 3rd quarter. They've given up a lot of plays, a lot of points, a lot of yards. Needed to get a stop and try to get this ball back to their offense.
Alabama trying to convert this 4th down. Mack looking down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. You could probably question the decision to pass on a field goal last time, and they came up empty on that previous drive, Jesse.
I just think in this offense, it's going to come down to critical down and distances, right? Down in the red zone, 3rd down, 4th down. I like them being aggressive. They just got to do a better job executing.
Yeah, and they kind of know what the defense gave them last time. So let's be more aggressive and take advantage of that defense on this drive. And that's a really good job by this defense because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
The option look. Keeps it on the option. He'll toss it. Touchdown, Cougars! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. First play of this drive comes from the 5-yard line. Austin Mack. That's caught. It's Meadows. And he'll be brought down.
Man, that linebacker is athletic. He can make tackles in space against very athletic dudes. That receiver's not an easy guy to bring down. That linebacker got him down quick.
Dropping back, it's Mack. Makes the grab on the left. Makes the catch, and he's free. Bulldozes his way through. What a play all the way inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 29.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the catch. Shows him the stiff arm. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Again, it's Mack. It falls incomplete and will change into the field to get things started back up. And let's take a second to look at the numbers these two quarterbacks have posted. Swapping ends in the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down.
And this defense doing a really good job understanding out route, seeing it, sitting on it, waiting, breaking on the football, not giving up the 3rd down conversion.
4th down, Austin Mack. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. Returns it all the way back to the 23-yard line, and the defense gets a turnover. So the BYU offense comes out to go on the attack. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores. On the option. The keeper. Now the pitch. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Sends it back in motion. The play action fake. Here's the pressure. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Ball spotted at the 29. Here they come on 3rd and short. The run inside. It's Martin. Is that stiff arm even a human arm? It looks like some type of steel bludgeoning device on his way to a first down. And the Cougars will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll run the option. Running back searching for a hole. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
Caught in the backfield, it's Martin. Spins away from the defender. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys.
There's some room. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats. The Cougars kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Motion from the back. Goes to the option. He'll pitch it. Powers through. And he's knocked down, but not before he picks up enough for the first down.
Well, this guy has had a day to remember, putting up outstanding numbers in this one, and he is still piling on in the fourth quarter, breaking off some beautiful runs. This defense has not had an answer for him all game long.
On first and goal, let's see if BYU can score here. Quarterback making checks. Motion from the wideout. They'll try to get it in with the run. The defense there to make the stop, and he barreled right into the teeth of the monster and picked up 4. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. On the option. Touchdown, BYU! Great job by the back on the option.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. They got nothing on the last play. It's second and 10. On the option. Pulls it on the option. Powers through the defender. Got enough for the first. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain. Alabama pushing the tempo.
This quarterback is making outstanding decisions so far in this game, and you've already seen it throwing the football. The guy already has over 200 yards passing, but he's doing it in the running game as well. Really good decision that time. Seeing nobody accounting for the pitch guy, you flip it out, you pick up a nice play offensively. Really good football IQ from the quarterback position.
They'll run the option, and he stopped right there. No gain on the play. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. Throwing Mack. He's got the back in the middle. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the fourth down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. The metrics tell you so often, go ahead, go for it on fourth down, and it pays off there.
And that just shows you the head coach's confidence in his quarterback to go out on a critical fourth down and execute. I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this one.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that play if you want to do that. My goal now is with this lead, if you want to run it, so be it, but just don't give up the big plays. Let that clock continue to roll. Make him earn it all the way down the field.
It's Hill. He works his way ever closer. Mack bringing the heat. That one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And this defense has put her game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Motion from the wide receiver. From the gun on third down, it's Mack. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be fourth down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Mack to throw for it on fourth. And they will score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Again, it's Mack. Moving away from pressure. It's caught for the 2.
I like it. Nice execution. Catch the football. Get it out of your hand. Nice rhythm, nice timing for that 2-point conversion.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.
They'll run it on first and goal. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on first and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Now on the option. He'll keep it on second down. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Offense uses a timeout, 17 seconds left on the clock. How about this defense digging in its heels after the big play? It's now third and goal. He'll try to get to the marker himself. Touchdown, Cougars. Excellent pass by the back on the option. He scores for the 5th time in this game.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Here comes the option. The pitch. He's got a nose for that goal line. First he scored the touchdown. Now he makes his way in for the 2-point conversion. From inside the 15, here's the return. He'll go out of bounds at the 22-yard line, and that's where this offense will take over. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Austin Mack fires to the wideout. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He's into the open down the middle. Takes it in. Touchdown Tide.
They're winning the game, and the defense is helping out their own cause. That's the second time in this game they've recovered a fumble and taken it in for a touchdown. We know they're opportunistic, and they pride themselves on being athletic and being physical, but they're showing you why you cannot make mistakes and cough the football up when you play them.
They want to see if they can score the deuce.
Ready, go!
Throwing Mack. He gets the two-point conversion, and we have ourselves a 13-point game.
The good times are rolling now. Not only did you just get the scoop score fumble return for a touchdown, but you went for two and came away with the conversion. Everything going this team's way.